I think, I'm a Scotsman, so it only comes natural that you put a little hooch in your coffee. I'm also a hockey dad, which means that I do this on a regular basis. Except coffee and hooch don't always naturally fit together. So because they couldn't, I really began working on the two components very vigorously to find the very best coffee with the very best alcohol effect I could. And then I had the opportunity to meet up with some folks at Miller Coors, and Molson Coors now. It was Miller Coors back then. And they were just as excited about the project as I was. And we came up with this formula, and we got really excited and said, let's roll it out. At La Colombe, there are a lot of folks who come to us to work on projects, and not all of them qualify. When we had the opportunity to meet this team first, they struck me as a company who was serious about innovation. They know exactly what that means from top to bottom. It doesn't mean just a great idea, it means a great idea and a lot of grind and a lot of effort and trying over and over and again. And when I saw this leadership team, I knew this was the partner that was a good fit for us. I like the idea that it's like David and Goliath, but this time they're besties. And together we worked like a seamless team, and it was such an interesting and rewarding project to get it to the point it's at. And with these first market tests, it completely is blooming in all the ways that we'd hoped it would. It's 9 in the morning. You're probably really tired of just drinking coffee only, but it's too early for a beer, and you're a responsible father, right? Right now, when I bring this to all my hockey dad friends, I am the most famous guy in the rink. I like it for, pre-tailgating parties. It's perfect for brunches, when you're in that in-between space. You kind of want a little coffee, but you kind of want a little hooch, and this one is just perfect for that. Before you leave for a night on the town, you're putting your tie on or you're getting ready last minute, it's a perfect thing to give you a little bit of boost and begin your evening of consuming responsibly, those adult beverages. And you're finding more and more that customers who are consuming it are coming back to us and telling us all these unique places that they're experiencing it. And it's always in those wide cracks during the day that the classic beverages just don't fit. With everything, we begin at the farm. So I found 2 farms that I thought really were a perfect fit for this product, one in Brazil and one in Colombia. We fashioned it so I can control the caffeine amounts. We didn't want to get too high with the caffeine. We then bring it into our warehouses and we roast and grind it there. All the extraction for the cold brew was done in our plants, so it's overseen, but it has a real different way than your classic cold brew because I'm going to bolt on to something that it's malt from sugar. So we've altered that process almost all the way through, so it's not just a cup of coffee with a little bit of malt in it. It's actually 2 products that have been kind of morphed and I guess crafted in a way that they fit perfectly together. The effect is this: when you pop the can, the first 2 or 3 seconds of your experience is pure cold brew, with that chocolatey, thick, delicious coffee that you go, oh. And at the end of it, the hooch kind of starts coming out, and you're reminded, oh my gosh, this is an adult drink. And that leads you into your second flavor. The idea is that I take you on a little voyage. I take you from a beautiful coffee experience to a little bit of beautiful malt at the very end. And the way we achieve that is to start at the farm and pay attention to the entire process leading up to that point. When I first made my first case of cold brew in 2007, I really sensed that there was this movement that was going to begin. Now this year, that market space is about $3.5 billion, and it is jackknifed to a degree that I've never seen anything quite like it. I expect to see the very same with the adult version of this, with one that is crafted beautifully by a company that really knows its way. It was the pioneer in the cold coffee space. I see it opening up, and I see other flavors coming along the line, just as we've done with draft latte and other things that we do. This is the very beginning of something that's going to get really, really big. I feel like I'm just seeing the same reel that I saw for the last 10 years. Well, most people get up in the morning and eat breakfast, and that fuels their day. For me, I begin thinking about innovation, and that fuels my day. It is my everything. It is my purpose in life. And I have an endless drive to innovate and create new products continually. I have already done it. I have 5 or 6 that are lined up ready to show the people at Molson Coors because they're my Goliath, right? They're my big giant. And so I can only see a future of more exciting things coming along the pipeline. What's important, I guess, is to say, much like great beer, you gotta make it yourself. When you make it yourself, it's something special. And this is something special.